Why is NIO stock down today? Down as much as minus 13% in pre-market hours, below $6 per share in early hours of trading. Is this the end of a bull market run, or is this just a healthy correction? Why is this all happening? I'm going to tell you straight away, all right? No BS. This is just a healthy correction. All right. But first of all, why is it down? Well, it's down because people were expecting some more stimulus from the government that was non-existent. It wasn't there. So people were disappointed and the stocks sold off in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, especially. All right. Down pretty big. But here in China, domestically here in China, all right, I'm not talking about the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. I'm talking about mainland China. The optimism around investing into the stock market is ramping up. All right, everybody's talking about it, and what you're seeing online, a lot of people making videos, a lot of people telling people about investing into the stock market, and also people trying to sell their homes to get cash to invest into the market, trying to borrow money from the banks and whether it's from Alibaba or etc., borrow money from Alipay to invest in the stock market. And what you're seeing is a lot of this money actually hasn't come in yet. All right. It's in the process of entering the stock market. So with that said, this is actually just the start of a bull run here in China. All right. A lot of players are looking at the recent rise in the stock market, the revitalization of the stock market here in China, which has been pretty limpy for quite a while, but now it's finally getting some light. People are getting interested in the stock market, and people are coming in. And all the big money, actually, most of them haven't really gotten in yet. All right, so there's still a big amount of money to be buying stocks in China domestically, and what you're seeing is so for the Shanghai Stock Exchange index, you're seeing it today actually up, and you're seeing most stocks and most index funds here in domestically in China is actually up, despite the Hong Kong Stock Exchange being down. Chinese stocks domestically in mainland China are up, right? Up like 20%, most of them, 10%, 20%, almost every single stock. There's so much enthusiasm in the stock market, and this is just very, very bullish. But having that said, you do sometimes have to be a contrarian and take a look at things and calm down from the emotions and look at the fact that this is extremely overbought. All right, the Shanghai Stock Exchange on the daily is at an RSI, relative strength index, of above 90. Anything above 80 is overbought. 90 is like extremely overbought. So it is very possible that the Shanghai Stock Exchange here domestically in China could also, correct a little bit and sort of calm down a little bit, all right, and do a little bit of a pullback, just like what you're seeing with NIO stock, sort of pulling back a little bit, sort of resting and resetting, getting ready, reloading for the next big move up. And I ultimately believe that every single pullback is a blessing in disguise, because it's another great opportunity for us to load up on cheap shares, right? And I maintain that opinion that perhaps this year and maybe early next year will be the last time that you'll ever see NIO stock in the single digits, in my personal opinion, because of how Deliveries probably starting next year, will be above 30,000 per month, and there's no looking back. All right, it's gonna keep on going and become higher and higher. So in that aspect, all right, the revenue growth, the the potential, right, for revenue growth is just tremendous. All right, and that's going to be gradually baked into the stock price. And if it's baked into the stock price, there's no way that NIO stock should be under $10 per share. It just doesn't really make sense. Okay, and combined with the enthusiasm here in China with the investing in general, okay, we're still in a bull market. It's just a pullbacks, and what you'll notice. All right, this is something a little bit of wisdom. In bull trends, in bullish bull trends, you have quick drops and slow rises. In bear trends, you have slow drops and quick pop-ups. So what you're seeing is, of course, here we've been gradually going up, right? And then we got a boop, sudden pop down like what we're having today. This is just a correction. It's a buying opportunity, right? And then it's going to slowly go up, go back up. So we're in a bull trend, right? With Chinese stocks, with NIO stock, etc. And you got these quick, sudden move down. This is very normal, all right? This is what you expect from a bull trend, all right? Now, of course, from the company side, all right, the most important thing, the utmost important thing for NIO right now, pump as many envelope cars as they can. And the CEO also said that the other most important thing is, of course, to get all their existing NIO cars onto the NT 3.0 platform. So next year, ET9 deliveries begin. That's probably not going to sell a whole lot because the ET9s are very expensive, 800,000 RMB. Yeah, that's like 130,000, 120,000 US dollars. So definitely very niche, but all the other vehicle models, they got to get those cars, the SUVs, etc., onto the third gen platform. Get those cars 800 volt with big screens, big fridge, comfortable seats, and of course, everything else that NT 3.0 has to offer. And that's really going to help them also get a lot of sales. And for me personally, I've like here, within NIO owners here in China, a lot of people aren't really upgrading to NT 2.0, NT 1.0 cars are owners. They're not exactly upgrading to the second gen car because it's not really that much different in their opinion. Okay, the screen is still vertical. Yes, they added LiDAR, but they might not really care about that. Yes, you got better processing for the chips and stuff, but they might not really care about that. They want 900 volt faster charging, and they want horizontal screens, they want fridges, they want rear screens on their cars. And even though the ET7 does offer rear screens in the car, they still want like a NT 3.0 car, so to speak. So a lot of people are indeed waiting, NIO owners are waiting to upgrade to the third gen car. So when you have the third gen platform roll out, vehicles start deliveries, and you have those third gen SUVs, etc., being delivered, that's when you're actually going to see a lot of existing NIO owners also switch to third gen cars. So that's also going to boost deliveries going forward as well. So a lot of bullish things going forward. I mean, like 2025, 2026, those 2 years are going to be the 2 years where NIO sees a whole lot of growth and a whole lot of success going forward. So right now, you got this temporary blip that's just like one day down. I think by the time market opens, this is probably going to get bought up, most likely, and we might even end up green by the end of the day, or at least by the end of the week, we might even end up green, guys. So it's down. This is a blessing in disguise. It's a buying opportunity. Are you going to capitalize on this buying opportunity, or are you going to be fearful and be scared and then be essentially, pushed out of the market? But that's up to you, right? That's up to you. But me personally, like, this is nothing compared to where NIO is going to be 1 or 2 years down the line. All right, in just 2 years, NIO is going to be a massive company, and 2 years isn't a very long time. Okay, so I have all the patience in the world to wait 2 years. I'm not worried about a one-day dip because of no stimulus from the government. Like, who cares about that, right? I mean, people are still optimistic in the stock market, so who cares about government stimulus? So that's just my opinion, of course, not financial advice. So NIO stock, that's why NIO stock crashed. No stimulus from the government, so not a big deal, to be honest. And yeah, it's going to get bought back up. Just my opinion. All right, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.